running from the crime. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body was stayed hidden. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw. Witnessing such violence must have been difficult. Yes, sir. I'm really still shaking up. If he accepts his testimony as it is, we're finished. Don't say it. Oh well, maybe I'll stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home. They make a really great mocha latte. This trial isn't over yet. Ha, that's what I like to hear. Alright, Miss Faye, your cross-examination if you please. The contradiction is staring in your face. Maya, go on the attack. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Okay. Are you saying that the victim didn't fall down on that bridge? Actually, maybe she did fall. Of course she didn't fall down on the bridge. If she had fallen down, this photo wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, if that was the case, her coat would have been all muddy. If you don't mind, I was asking the witness. Aye, no need to be so rude. Well, young lady. Of course she didn't fall down. Edgeworth helping her up there, so she didn't get caught in a trap. Well, one step too slow. No, it's just Edgeworth being a dick. And then, what did the defendant do after that? Okay, Daddy carried her. You personally witnessed that? Yes. Did anything strange happen when he did that? Well, I don't know if you call it strange or not, but that's when the victim's scarf fell off. You mean the scarf? Her words match what we found at the scene. I don't see any problem. I suppose that was the only way he could make the voice. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure that the body stayed hidden. I cannot speak today. You mean the defendant carried the body all by himself? Yes. Considering the size of the defendant, I don't think it would be too difficult. Yes, but let's remember, they were on a narrow bridge that was ready to collapse. Is it even possible for him to have carried a dead body on the bridge like that? Well, the fact of the matter is that he did. That kind of talk is just silly. Wow, why did he get so emotional all of a sudden? Miss Faye, if you think there's some other possibility, please share it with the rest of us. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Why do you say that? It's already a broken down bridge, hidden away in the mountains. Doing anything more to hide the corpse would be going overboard, wouldn't it? Yes, but the mountain is famous among hikers. A surprising number of people go up there. But it's February, right? And it was raining that day, correct? There is also a small temple and a channeling dojo there. You know those monks. They just love cold, isolated places. I think the witness is trying to say that the corpse could have been found any time. Besides, the witness is merely reporting what she witnessed with her own eyes. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to talk about what I saw. Are you absolutely certain that it was my client who was carrying the body? Well, he was wearing a prisoner's uniform, but as for his face... So you're saying you didn't get a clear look at his face? They were far away and it was raining as well. I thought I was only supposed to say exactly what I saw. Excellent. You're a remarkably honest young woman. Something about this testimony is bothering me. But what? No, she's lying. Or maybe she's lying. Well, she's not lying. I would say she could be mistaken, but like, I'll get to it when after this. It might bring out the rest of the experiments. She's right. Yeah. Go present something. You got nothing to lose. By the way, I wouldn't put salt in my coffee. The two don't go well after all. The one I have a problem with is this one. Oh, this one. She's lying. He could have just thrown her body in the river. Nobody would have found her. He could have just thrown the body into the river and it would have washed out somewhere further up the river. Surely there was a much easier way the body wouldn't be found. Well, what is it? Take another look at the map of the area, you will see how. There's a river right below the bridge. Earlier, Mr. Edgeworth pointed out something interesting about that river. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Those bodies that fall in are never recovered. In the kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim's body was carried away and never found. Yep. If 10 murders were to occur at the same spot above the Eagle River, you can bet your boots that every other killer would have tossed the body in the river. Yep. Order. I'm not sure if I care for the way you put that, Miss Bay. But I must admit, it does seem odd not to have thrown the body into the river. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? How sad. Perhaps Miss Bay would do well to try and take a dip in the river herself. After all, you claim to be such an expert in the ways of nature. Rules of nature! Sorry. My point is that no matter how odd you may find the killer's method of body disposal. Oh my god, I laugh at my stupidness. The fact is that this is what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw. Okay, quite crude. That's fine. Miss Faye, it seems that your assertion is without merit after all. But what the victims claim to have seen is totally ridiculous. Surely you can't deny that the body was found in the trunk of the car. That's certainly consistent with what the witness has told us. Please, witness, go on with your testimony. I'll try. All you have to do is tell us what you saw. Otherwise, the mean lady might yell at you again. Who is he talking about? Alright, I'll do my best. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in the arms. Okay. Then he carried her over the body. Rolling in the trunk of the stolen car. This is the new one that she added. What did she say? I completely missed it. Well, naturally he got in the car and was about to flee. That's when I came to my senses. I said to myself, you have to call the police. So that's why you called the police. You're sure that you saw all that with your own eyes? Yes, I'm 100% certain. You just leave the body on the top of that bridge. Could have. True. You couldn't. The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. Stolen car. I'm not sure. I'm not sure here about the reasoning because it's not 100% clear. The killer broke into the trunk of the killer broke into the trunk of the car and hid the body there. Hold on. What did the man do then? Senses myself. Just leave the body to the bridge. This is the thing. I'm not sure. This is a tough one. You've done it this time. Done what? Made a crucial mistake. A crucial mistake? Like what, Miss Faye? The killer broke into the trunk of a stolen car and hid the body there. You're saying you saw that, right? Oh, she couldn't have seen it. She couldn't have seen that. Because she was there, wasn't she? She couldn't have seen that. She was... Oh, I don't... My mouse isn't, like, showing up because I've hidden it. But, like, I will point it out itself, probably. Considering where she was and where the car was, she couldn't have seen that. The place you claim to have taken the photo is here. You see what I mean? Even if you try to see the car, the outcropping of the rock is directly in the way. That's right, Miss Foster. From where you're standing, you couldn't have possibly seen the killer's car. I admit that the ground shows the large outcropping of the rock. However, it isn't so tall that it would stop us from seeing the car. That's right. It's not that high at all. I was able to see his car just fine. I'm so sorry, but that just doesn't wash. I believe it was the witness who presented this as evidence to the court. Yes? This is the location from which the photo was taken from. Your own photo tells the whole different story. Her eye line. You can clearly see on the left side of the bridge, but the outcropping that is being referred to is really more like a cliff. Yep. Your view would have been completely cut off by this cliff. But still, you claim to have been able to see the killer's car. No! No! Order in a court. What is the meaning of all this don't jump to any hasty conclusion. The fact that the escapee fled in the stolen car was reported on the news. After witnessing them as a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate the witness was very upset. She must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it. That's still wrong, right? But she was repeatedly warned before starting her testimony. She was told to testify only about what she saw with her own eyes. Oh, Mr. Judge? What is it? I think I must have remembered things wrong. Hey, wait a minute. You can't just say that. Don't waggle your finger at me. Miss Faye, no one on the face of the planet is perfect. Yes, indeed. Quite true. You know what they say. To err is human, to forgive divine. I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to our witness here. What? That's not fair. What? Hey! Say that tears later, kitten. Mr. Amanda. Don't look back until the trial is over. Now is the time to go forward. But it wasn't fair. Okay, kitten, you need to relax. Then you need to remember the other kitten's testimony. The killer broke into the trailer car to get the body there. So tell us, how did you know that? How did you know that he broke into the truck? Aha! until you can explain how she knew that, you're going to have a lot of very suspicious people on this side of the courtroom. Well, witness? Well, I'm certain that he broke into the trunk because there were marks on the trunk lid. I'm certain there were scratch marks from when he broke into it. What? Let me see that photo. It's true. These are certainly scratch marks around the keyhole. It's obvious that this trunk has been broken open. Well, Miss Faye, are you satisfied? Joseph on her side. I can't make any mistakes here. What she just said, is there a contradiction in there somewhere? I'll buy it. Doesn't what? Is there a contradiction in there somewhere? The scratch marks in the thing. I'm just gonna say it doesn't work for now. It looks like you finally betrayed yourself. What? You said you were in the field taking photos of flowers, but even so, you knew about the scratches. Yeah. When? When did you get the chance? Yeah, she was pretty far away from that. Finally. I finally got her. I'm pretty tired of waiting over here. Then perhaps it would be faster if Miss Faye explained herself. Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation. The reason the witness had seen the scratches was she put the corpse in herself. There's only one way that the witness had the chance to see those scratches. Yes, what was it? Naturally, when she opened the trunk and she stuffed the corpse in herself, the person who really hit the body in the trunk of that lid car was Melissa Foster. It was you that did it, wasn't it? That's ridiculous. I could never. It was the man in the prison garb. He's the one that... I don't think so, Miss Foster. If Miss Falls had been the one that put the corpse in the trunk, he would have simply used the car key. There's no need to break it open. But he stole the car. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting on a red light, which means that the key would have still been in the ignition. Oh, I see. Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster. Without that, we would never have uncovered the truth. It couldn't have been Mr. Falls that put the body in the trunk. No! Oh god, I might have to split this into two parts. This is getting really long. I'm gonna continue on. But I don't know. It'll probably be something I do in post, so I'm not gonna focus on it right now. When we already know that at the time she was taking photographs. Now's your chance, Mia. Finish this thing. On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is the shutter for this may not have been pushed by Miss Forster herself. Oh yeah, she said there was a timer on it, wasn't it? I don't think you can make a mistake about it. Take a look at the camera. It has a timer built into it. Even a mini tripod. Almost as if the camera was brought just to take the picture. Had a little swig of my water there. I've been sitting here 40 minutes. What are you trying to say then, Miss Faye? That when the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed? Well, if she really did use the cameras all the time, then the answer is yes, she was somewhere else. Exactly, she was not in the field. Would the defendants please explain further? This is a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? In answering that question, will also make clear Miss Foster's true identity. Well then, please answer this question. Where was Miss Lisa Foster when the incident happened? Okay, this is a tough part. Where was she? Okay, so she was there. That's where she said she was. Oh, I figured it out! Oh god, I figured it out. Oh, I connected the dots. I connected the dots. I think she was there. Because naturally the witness was right there. But that's where the victim was, Miss Hawthorne was standing. Yeah. Go back, it'll explain it. The game will probably explain it. If I'm right, then after parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car. But this would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could only have been before the defendant met the victim. How asinine! Of course, Mr. Falls met with the victim. The only person with the opportunity to have put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Terry Falls. Objection. You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness's photo was taken, the victim was already dead. Oh my, one more shinderu. She was already dead. The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne. No, she wasn't. It was the witness. What? What? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life. Oh, just wait until later on in your life, mate. You're gonna hear more ridiculous. You're gonna hear an entire statement from a freaking parrot. Like that. God, look, that was the last case in that game, in the first game, and it was stupid as fuck. What? It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Falls met on the bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster. Me? Let's remember that it was a rainy and foggy on that mountain that day. Mr. Falls himself believed that the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne. The defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped get him convicted. But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in federal penitentiary. He couldn't remember exactly what she looked like anymore. You are just making this up as you go along. Where's your proof? I've got it all right here. This piece of evidence will blow this case wide open. At the time of the incident, Mr. Falls had forgotten what Valerie Hawthorne looked like because of the scarf. Mr. Falls had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed the piece of identification, the scarf. It was Mr. Falls who requested that she wear a scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left. In other words, as long as you were wearing a scarf like he asked, anyone could have pretended to be Valerie Hawthorne. Well, what do you have to say to that, Mrs. Foster? Where's she gone? She just faded out. Oh, she fainted. Where's Miss Foster? She's collecting herself in the lobby. It's obvious that Miss Alyssa Forster did it. She hid the body in the trunk and disguised herself as a victim. She set up the camera to snap a fake photo of them together. The only question is, why did she do it? Well, isn't that obvious? She's a true criminal. Huh. Well, we'll have to wait for Miss Forster to compose herself before we start again. Until then, this court is in recess. The defense and the prosecution are instructed to wait in the lobby. Yes, Your Honor. Understood. Very well. This court is in recess. And that is gonna be it for this part, ladies and gentlemen. A massive bombshell has been dropped on us. And yeah, it could change the entire complexion of this case. So this part might have to be split into 2 parts. I'll probably do it in post, so I'm not going to worry about it now. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did enjoy, and of course subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys later for some more things. Right, it's Attorney, Trials, and Tribulations. Peace!